And we are rolling. I hope the mic is on and we're going. It's UFC Fight Night Bonfim versus Brown. It is 1:50 a.m. and this card starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, Saturday, November 8th. As we go on down the card, we're going to check them out on UFC.com as well as Tapology. We're going to tap into Tapology as well as Minted MMA. Look at that. Yeah, is looking pretty sweet. It's in active development. It is not live yet, mintedmma.com, but we got our whole simple pick system kind of mapped out here. Eventually, or pretty soon rather, I'm going to have the round and method as well in here. So yeah, but we're also going to be using Tapology, as you can see. For those that don't know, I'm Coin. I used to live stream a lot, but these days I don't really do that too much. But I do like to make picks with this new channel, and it's kind of fun. I've been watching the UFC for 12 years now, and pretty much every single event I've seen. So it's just fun to make picks. My picks are generally pretty good, as is my freaking website. Look at that. So dope. I just, from top to bottom, full stack, baby. As we get into the card, we have first up Zachary Reese versus Jackson McVey. Let's see him over here today. So, right. You know what? Boom. Hit the reverse order here. Is that the first card on here? Oh, oh man. I probably didn't update the dang thing here, did I? But he's right. Oh, see? Oh no. Dang. Well, that's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's alright. See, I can't really even make picks on my site because I don't even have the updated fights yet. This is the first one, is Zachary Reese versus Jackson McVey. And it's the same thing on Tapology, but on my side it says it's Miles Johns versus Daniel Marcos is the first one. I don't think that's true, right? So if I look around here, it says Jackson McVey was fighting Robert Valentin. So maybe that was an update I didn't. Oh well, I mean, this website's in active development. Like, what else can I do, man? So we'll just probably pick the main card on my site. But for now, let's actually get into it and look at. I guess I can still look up all these fighters on my site. I should hopefully have them all up, like Jackson McVey. Let's check that out. Let me see, fighter slash Jackson McVey. I forgot the dash. There you go. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? We bring that on over here. Boom. Look at that. Jackson McVey. And I can pick them right here. I built this as well. I mean, I built the whole thing, obviously. But I mean, I built this into this page as well. So you can make a pick. Although, obviously, this isn't even his opponent. So let's not make a pick yet. I'm just looking at his record. Jackson McVey is 6'1", 26 years old, 6'4", pretty tall, 77-inch reach. That's not that long for being 6'4". He's won purely by KO and submissions, 3-3 of his 6 wins, and he has had 1 loss via submission, which was against Bruno Ferreira in round 1 via armbar. And the Holloway versus Poirier 3? Okay, that wasn't that long ago, I guess. Look at that. We got the dates and everything. We can hide his canceled bouts. He has a bunch of canceled bouts here. Hide them. Boom. Look at that. Like nothing on his record. Just all canceled bouts. All freaking. Wow. That's interesting. But let's not worry about that. Let's go over to his opponent, which is Zach Reese. Is Zach Reese even on this page? Is that why? Like he's a short notice replacement or something? We're all over the place here, huh? Let's see. Zach Reese. Or is he called Zachary Reese on my side? Nah, that's Zach Reese right there. Alright. Let's look at his record here. 9-2-0. He is 31 years old. How old is the other guy, Jackson McVey? 26. 31, 6'4", 77-inch reach. Both of them have the same reach and height, interestingly. We have Zach Reese. Yeah, okay. Just refreshing myself. He last lost to Azamat Bekoev via ground and pound. Hey, dang. Yeah. Interesting that his upcoming bout is not dated right. Well, active development, it's all good. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think it's Zach, man. I don't know why it took so long doing that. It's mostly this website stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go with Zach Reese. The decision. Let's see the tail of the tape. What do other Tapology users say? 82% of people say Zachary Reese. And a lot of them say by KO. I feel like maybe this moderate underdog in Jackson McVey, I suppose he's an underdog, which makes sense. I think he'll just survive. Maybe. I mean, people get tired out there. And, you know. Anyway, moving on up the card, we have Miles Johns versus Daniel Marcos. Here's an easy one. There it is on my site right there. Miles Johns and Daniel Marcos. Let's open Miles Johns' profile here. Miles Johns is 15-4-0. He's a bantamweight. Yeah, they are fighting at 135. I got the weight on there. If you check out my last video, I didn't have all this stuff. It's only been a week. I got so much done. He's 5'7" years old. 5'7" years old. Oh, man, it's freaking 2 a.m. 5'7", 68-inch reach. That's so tiny, right? That's even shorter than Max Holloway's reach. And yeah, it's kind of a baby reach. Like this, 69-inch right there. I mean, it's not a baby reach. Daniel Marcos, 17-1-0. Age 32 is a year older. I thought he was gonna be younger. He's a little bit longer, I guess. And he gets more KOs, right? Yeah. He gets more KOs than Miles Johns does. Miles Johns is more the veteran. But let's see. Who's he fought? Montel Jackson, decision. Adrian Yanez, John Castaneda, or Richie Lang, no contest. I mean, I'm leaning toward Daniel Marcos here, the 17-1 versus Miles Johns. Miles Johns is a veteran. I mean, but like, let's see. He's been in for a while, but he's been losing. He's been losing to Gene Matsumoto, like via split. The freaking Felipe Lima. Let's see, Felipe. Let's see. Yeah, right. I mean, he lost to Peyton. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, this guy's pretty good, Felipe. But yeah, I think Daniel Marcos probably has more upward trajectory than Miles Johns. How does Miles typically lose? Did I close his profile? Let's see. How does he typically lose? Decision, KO, submission. I mean, all across the board, he'd be losing. So I'm gonna say Daniel Marcos probably goes in there and blasts him round one. Round one KO for Daniel Marcos. Let's check out the tail of the tape. Wow, 83% of people say Marcos by decision. I'm gonna say Marcos is gonna go out there as the moderate favorite. I suppose he is. And he's gonna. Well, oh man, no. Oh, that's Montel Jackson. Yeah, no. You know, like it's Montel. Montel. Let's look at it. His loss to Montel even. I guess it's not that bad, man. I guess it's not that bad. But Biggie was beating this guy up. Beating him up bad. But yeah, I suppose. Alright, I'm gonna yeah, it's not because of this percentage. I don't even care about these percentages. I've gone for people that are like 4% favorites and stuff, or 4% picked rather, so not the favorite at all, and they've won, right? So I don't care about that, and my perfect predictions aren't too bad, I don't think. But I just see this Montel Jackson, and yeah, he's a different fighter from Miles Johns, but I don't know, man. Like, you're getting decisioned by Montel like that. Yeah, Like, so yeah, decision. Decision. We move up the card to Tecia Pennington versus Denise Gomes. I want to select the thing on here. We might as well do it on here. I chose Daniel Marcos, and then oh, see, it's out of order on my side. I shouldn't try, but just look at this. I'm not gonna choose them on my side, I guess, because this is all in local storage anyway. I don't even have it connected to the database. But look at this. Look at this. It's just so nice. You know, just so nice. And there's supposed to be more going on, but I kind of broke a few things just before I got on here. Like, there's supposed to be actually more like animations and stuff happening. But anyway, all right, let's at least look at them on. Oh, like this one. This kind of works a little bit, I guess. Oh no, I think I'm messing it up. Oh yeah. It's like a React hydration issue. Okay. All right, let's stop getting distracted. Tecia Pennington versus Denise Gomes. I'm going to pull her up over here. Is she on here? Tecia. Yep, Tecia Pennington. I'll just do it that way. That works. Those. Here we go. Tecia Pennington. At least all their profiles are working, right? It looks good, too. Tecia Pennington, 15-7-0. She's a strawweight, 36 years old, with a 60-inch reach. Yeah, the women always get these baby reaches. Yeah. And Denise Gomes is 5'2", 1 inch taller. She's like 11 years younger. Yeah. They both last. Wait, November. No way they both last. They both last fought November 1st? No. Ah, see, that's messed up too. I still got stuff to fix. I still got stuff. I can tell too, right? Like I can spot it easily. I'm like, what? November 1st? I'm not an idiot. But anyway, yeah, let's look at the records here. Denise Gomes is 11-3 from Brazil. Obrigado, Brazil. And USA, baby, all day right there. Tecia Pennington. She got married to Raquel. And she's I guess she had that string of losses here against fighters that make sense way back in the day. It was a few years ago, and she's been like not doing super well, but she did beat Carla Esparza, which is never like a bad win to have. I mean, no wins are bad, but it's a good win to have. And versus Denise Gomes, Elise Reed, Carolina, yeah. Angela Hill, she lost too. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's too young, too fast, too slick. You know, I think it's gonna be Denise Gomes via decision. Let's choose her via decision. Let's see the tail of the tape here on Tapology. She is a moderate favorite, and 78% of people do have her via decision. Yeah, that one seemed a little bit easier than the other ones as we move up the card to Josh Hokit versus Max Gimenis. Wow. Really? Oh look, she popped up now on this page. It's a React issue. It reacted from the other page. That's not what what I meant, not what, anyway. Josh. Okay, there he is. Let's click on him versus Max Gimenis. Josh Hokit is undefeated at 6-0. This is a heavyweight bout. They're fatties. They're big old fatties for sure. They're soft-bodied fatties. Soft-bodied heavyweights is what I meant to say. I'm not trying to call them fat constantly. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a big man. I'm just saying they're kind of heavy set in the wrong regions. But this guy does have all finishes. Josh Hokit does. 27 years old, 6'1" with a 73.5 inch reach. That's a smaller reach than Conor McGregor. That's interesting, right? And he's 6'1". Max Gimenis, 6'1" 32 years old. We don't have his stats so much here, so that probably means this guy's losing. He's coming out of Shogun fights. And this is his first UFC. This is like his UFC debut. And he's lost via KO before in round 1 versus some random guy named David White, who's probably like a black guy. Not just because like the name for some reason. There's always black people with the name White, and sometimes white people with the last name Black. But Black's a rarer name than White. But yeah, I mean, look, Brown. This is Bonfim versus Brown. That one's probably split down the middle. Yeah, I think it's going to be Josh Hokit. We're going to go with Josh Hokit. We don't have to look at their records too deeply on that one. It's going to be Josh Hokit via KO in the first round because they're heavyweights and they're going to be all adrenalized. Oh, I got that adrenaline running through my body. And yeah, he's just going to blitz him. And he's a heavy favorite, Josh Hokit. Most people do have him by KO. Yeah, that makes sense. As we move up the card to Mayra Bueno Silva versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti from Portugal. Mayra, right here. Boom. Found you, girl. That was quick. With this out of order shit. Here's Mayra. She is 10-5-1, 34 years old, 5'6" with a 66.5-inch reach. She has been on a huge losing streak, 3-loss losing streak versus Jasmine, Jazz the Vicious. I added some of that. I like Jasmine, but she got knocked the heck out by that freaking French girl. You know, I like the French. They sent me a beautiful bag. I have this beautiful French made knife from many years ago. You can get this one off Amazon. It's not like, I mean, I like it. It's an impressive knife. I've used it for so long. But anyway, you know, like that freaking French woman, she's powerful. And she just knocked out Jasmine in that fight. That was so sad. I'm going to look at Jasmine's record real quick just to give her some praise. Oh, Jazz. She's 36 though. That's crazy. Like, I feel like, look at the streak she was on as well. Such a good streak. Such a good streak against good fighters too. But anyway, okay, let's go back to these girls here against Jacqueline Cavalcanti, 28 years old versus 34 in Mayra. Ooh, 5'8", 70-inch reach, almost 5 inches. Yeah, she's way lankier. Interesting. Okay, I mean, who's she been fighting though? Julia Avila, Nora Cornol, Josiane Nunez. Yeah, sometimes like you gotta look at who they're fighting as well. Jazz, Macy kind of makes sense. Raquel doesn't really make sense, but you know, whatever. Overturned no contest with Holly Holm. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be probably Jacqueline. She's a little bit lankier, a little bit longer, a little bit younger. I think Mayra's kind of on her way out. She was never really on her way in, so yeah, it's probably going to be Cavalcanti via decision. Let's check out the tail of the tape. She is a moderate favorite, and 87% of Tapology pickers pick her. And we're picking late, like right before the event. So this is all the people that are picking. They're all picking her, just like I am. As we move up the card to Ricky Bobby versus Honey Barcelos. Okay. Ricky Bobby. What's his name? Oh, dang. Ricky's. Okay. Ricky Simone. I always get his name wrong. Because it's like he's from Arkansas, I think. I think he's from Arkansas. I used to live in Arkansas for a couple of years. And, you know, it's like, I believe, like, usually you got them two first names. You know? Anyway, Ricky Simone, 22-6, bantamweight, 33 years old, 5'6" with a 69-inch reach from USA, baby. USA all day, baby girl. And we have Honey Barcelos. How the heck you say this crap? 20-5 bantamweight, 38 years old. He's old, man. He's getting old. But he was the one that did that to Peyton Talbot, right? He like took him down and just like kind of held him down. He also beat Cody Garbrandt, which is not an impressive win when he's only freaking getting a decision against Cody Garbrandt. Man, you're supposed to be knocking Cody out constantly. I don't understand this. You didn't knock him out, brother? I don't know then. I think I'm gonna have to go for the younger man. I feel like, because I actually watched the weigh-ins, like they just had the, not like ceremonials, right? It's just like a fight night thing. The regular ones, regular face-offs rather. They were face-offs, not the weigh-ins. They were just facing off. And I kind of leaned toward Howney here, but I don't know. I don't know now that I'm looking at his record. Like, you get a decision against Cody Garbrandt. I mean, Peyton Talbot one I think was impressive in a certain sense, but he held him down, right? So I mean, like, it's like, are you gonna hold a freaking wrestler down, an American wrestler, baby? I don't think so, man. You gonna get messed up, Howney. I think it's like Cameron Smotherman, good win. Javid Basharat, good win, and he freaking knocked him out. Yeah, I mean, he lost to pretty decent people, right? 3 in a row, but those are 3 good people he lost to, and I feel like those are way tougher competition than who Howney's been fighting, this 38-year-old fuck. Like, he ain't been fighting too many freaking good fools, and the good fools he been fighting, he been losing to. Tyler Phillips, Umar Nurmagomedov, the freaking Nurmagomedovs. I mean, that makes sense that he lost to him, but I'm not saying, but he freaking lost by a left hook. He got knocked the fuck out in round 1, this guy. I don't know, man. I think it's Ricky Bobby. I think it's Ricky Bobby up in here. Ricky Bobby's getting the win, and he's gonna knock his ass out. I feel like I was gonna give Howney the benefit of the doubt, and I was thinking, you know what, maybe decision for Ricky. Maybe decision, but nah, Howney, you too old, man. You too old, man. You getting messed up now. Round 2, KO. Well, let me... Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you gotta look at the stats sometimes. Like, yeah, he do be getting some KOs, right? Like, at his last... Yeah, I was looking at the Javid one as well. Yeah. Either KO, but maybe, like, even a submission. He gets not as many submissions as decisions and KOs does Ricky Bobby, but you know, I think he's gonna get his KO tonight on this old man. Let's see the tail of the tape. 74% of people have Simone, and he's a slight favorite betting odds. As we move up the card to Hyder Amil, top of the prelims, versus Jamall Emmers. Hyder Amil versus Jamall Emmers. Are they on here? Hyder. Oh, they're up here. It's all out of order for some reason. This day, who made this goddamn site? Gosh darn. They're on the wrong side, right? Well, it doesn't matter as much. Like which, you know, red or blue, whatever, right? It's either or. It ain't too difficult on that part. Hyder Amil versus Jamall Emmers. Let me close those other tabs. Hyder Amil is 11-1-0. This is a featherweight bout fighting at 145. El Nino Training Center. 35 years old, 5'9", 70-inch reach for Hyder Amil, fighting out of USA. He last lost to Jose Delgado via knees to ground strikes in round 1 immediately. I feel like I picked this guy. Oh, because, I mean, that was his first loss? Wow. His last fight was his first loss. And Jamall Emmers has way more experience, and he also knows how to lose. So let's see. Oh, but he's 36? Oh, this guy's 35. So yeah, I mean, that's fine. Because these are lighter weight classes, right? The older you get in these lighter weight classes, the worse you are. Age 36, 5'10", 74-inch reach, Jamall Emmers, fighting out of USA. He last beat Gabriel Miranda via straight right to ground punches. He lost to Nate Landwehr, tough guy. He beat Dennis Bazookia. This guy goes win-loss, 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 win-loss. That means you're losing next, buddy, based on that freaking thing. Look at that. You understand how that works? Look at this. Starting from the UFC, loss. And then he got a win. And then what's the next one? It's a loss. And then what's the next one? Oh, it's a win. Oh, what's the next one after that? It's a loss. Oh, what's the next one after that? It's a win. And then what's the next one after that? It's a loss. And then what's the next one after that? It's a win. Oh my God. Is this for real? What the heck, dog? I think the maths be mathsing tonight, because I think if my mathematics hold up right, the next one's gonna be a loss. Yeah, I think that's right. I feel like that's the right call to make. Cause I mean, man, You see that? This is universal synchronicities. If you don't believe in that stuff, then you don't believe in God. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. Don't really matter. I don't give a shit what you believe in. But Jamall is, oops, oh, why am I picking him? But Amil is winning via what? How's he gonna win? How does Jamall lose usually? Like all kinds of ways. And how do you last lose? You got knocked out? Hyder. Hyder, it's your night, man. You're gonna put the beating on this boy. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna KO him in round 2 or some such. As we look at the tail of the tape, most people seem to have Hyder and Amil. 82% say by KO as well. Well, 70% of that 82. Them some quick maths for you. As we move up the card to the main card, Christian Leroy Duncan versus Marco Tulio. Hey Marco Tulio. I think he's from Brazil though. Yeah. 14-1, 31 years old, 6'0", 74.5 inch reach for Marco Tulio, fighting out of Brazil. He last beat Trayshawn Gore. He knocked him out at least. That's good in round 2. He knocked out Ihor Potieria, whatever. Round 1, good, makes sense. It took him 3 minutes, but no, or at the 3:04, 2 minutes, because it's counting down. Okay, that's pretty good. Mathieu Duclos, spinning back. I mean, he's finishing these guys too. Let's see, 10. Wow, and who's this guy? Christian Leroy. Oh, well, he's a safe fighter. He's fighting out of England. Christian Leroy Duncan, 12-2, 30 years old, 6'2", 79-inch reach. That's a pretty decent reach advantage over Marco. But that don't mean much when you can spam freaking right hands on these boys. They circle into the left. You circle into the left, dog. Oh, I see you. Snipe them. You know, I'm mirrored on here, so it always looks like, you know, how mirrors work. But yeah, just spam the overhands and some straights. Kick the leg. Just keep following them, man. And then just smack them up. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Marco Tulio is going to win via KO. I think it's going to happen quick, too. I feel like Christian Leroy Duncan is a super safe fighter. Because, look, he's only lost twice by decision. And I didn't realize, actually, he gets a lot of finishes. Interesting. But, I mean, let's see who he's finishing, right? Andre Pulyaev, whatever. Oh, the decision. You got decision against that guy? You beat, okay, Eric Anders. I remember that one. That one's pretty good. And Eric is kind of durable, but Eric gets finished, man. Eric's like a guy that gets finished a lot. In fact, I wish the profile thing was working right now. But yeah, and who? Claudio Ribeiro and Dennis Tutulin. And okay, wow. Nah, it's gonna be your first knockout loss, my guy, Christian Leroy Duncan. I'm sorry, but it's America up in this house tonight. Oh, wait, this guy's Brazilian. He's representing America tonight. Okay, yeah, KO. First round. Round 1. Gang, gang. Yeah, most people do have Tulio, 72%. And a lot of people do have it by KO. That's interesting. I thought it was going to be way less than that. I thought I was being like, I don't know, a little bit extra on that one. But this guy's a slight favorite as well, which I didn't expect. As we move up the card to Chris Padilla versus Ismael Bonfim. Oh, the Bonfim brothers. That's a thing, huh? Oh, so I can type in Bonfim, find his bro on this page? Yeah. I don't look at these cards really until they start to happen. I'm so busy, you know? And I mean, a lot of that busyness is the site as well during my free time. Like, be developing this. It takes a while to be doing stuff like this. This is not something you just whip up, man. Oh, anyway, at least, anyway. Okay. Don't forget to hydrate as well. Drink some water, put it in your mouth, and swirl it. All about Chris Padilla is 16, 6 and 0, 30 years old, 5'9", 74-inch reach. He is fighting Ismael Bonfim. Let's look at his thing. Chris Padilla, he good decision, split decision was Guy Herbert. Man, that frail guy. I don't know about that one. Wrong Jew, Doctor Stoppage, James Lawn Top, rear naked choke. Okay. I mean, Chris Padilla gets, for the most part, that's good. And about, yeah, I mean, both these guys get finishes and both of them get finished. That's interesting. I like that. And Ismael Bonfim is 20-5, age 29, 5'8", 71-inch reach. He's gonna be a little bit shorter, a little bit less rangy than Chris. He's gonna out of a little bit lesser of a country. I'm joking. Stop. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I think Chris is getting it. Benoit Saint-Denis? Hold on, they're fighting at... These guys... You're a freaking lightweight, Ismael? No way. Look at his shoulders, man. You're lightweight? I think he's supposed to be... They're fighting at 155. Nah. Ishmael, man. Listen, man. You need to eat, bro. I mean, not eat. He needs to drop down. I mean, he needs to drop down. What am I doing? Where was the thing? Yeah, Chris Padilla. I'm going to choose him here on Tapology. Chris Padilla, and they're both finishers. How does Ismael lose usually? Let's see. Round one. Yep. Round one. The synchronicities be synchronizing. Yeah, round one for Chris Padilla. He's gonna knock his ass out. Maybe he'll submit him. Maybe. I mean, he gets submitted, bro. Or yeah, I don't usually get submission. He's gonna hurt him and then sub him. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Let's check out the tail of the tape. He's a slight underdog, is Chris Padilla. And most of Tapology, 58% versus 42% actually do have Padilla as the underdog. That's interesting. I thought like less people were gonna choose Padilla, especially because Bonfim is in the name, right? But that's not the right one, and I don't even know if I'm gonna choose his brother either. We're gonna have to see as we move on up the card to Muslim Salikhov versus Uros Medic. Let's see here. Salikhov. There we go. Muslim and Uros. Right here. Muslim Salikhov, 22-5, welterweight, 41 years old, and they're fighting him. 5'11", 70-inch reach, fighting out of Russia. Yeah. Carlos Leal, counter right hook he beat in round one. Kenan Song. I mean, who are these freaking people he's fighting? I see Santiago Ponzinibbio there. He loses to Randy Brown and Nicholas Dalby. Those make sense. And Jingling Long Lee. But yeah, he's an older guy. He gets caught. Let's see, this guy Uros Medic is 11-3, 32 years old, 6'1", 71-inch reach, a little bit longer of a reach. Yeah, Gilbert or Urbina last. Chaos Williams, Hyde canceled bouts there. Punahele he loses to. Oh, Punahele banged him out. Dang. Tim Means. This is a good matchup, I think. Is it going to be the gritty veteran? I mean, I always go for veterans, but this guy's older at 170 pounds, but he's also like on a winning streak against, well, you know, like decent competition, I guess. But compared to Uros, like his, I mean, dang, I'm choosing the old guy. Yeah, I'm going for freaking Muslim. Salikhov. Muslim Salikhov, however the heck you say his name. Almost 2:30 a.m. now. as we choose him via decision, I think. Oop, not Medic. Decision. Let me see. I pull back up on the 5 decisions. Oh, this guy gets 0 decisions and 0 decision losses. Uros is a glass cannon, so it's not gonna be a decision fight because this guy gets KOs too. Yeah, it's gonna be a Muslim via KO. Let's call it round 2. When does Uros usually get finished? Round 1. Ooh, round 1 though. He's gonna last this time. He's gonna be like, I always get finished in round 1, man. I need to stop. And then he's gonna get finished in round 2 instead. He stopped, you know, he was successful, but just not in the fight. He is a moderate favorite, and most people have him, or Salikhov rather. 75% of all the Tapology have Salikhov via winning, and then 85% of that is via KO. Yeah, that was one way to say it. As we move up the card to Schnell versus Joseph Morales. There they are. Let me just reverse order here. Bop. There we go. Schnell's right there. I actually prefer the reverse order. Like with the you know, the headliners at the top. It makes sense. But we have the thing, you know, you can flip it if you want to. I'll probably have other kind of like maybe like a little grid system or something. I don't know. Just thinking out loud now. Schnell, 17-9 from USA, 35 years old, 5'8", 70-inch reach. He always gets knocked out though. Look at that. 5 of them freaking 9 losses is getting your ass knocked out, man. See, he even got ninja choked by our man Cody. Man, Steve Erceg, he beat Jimmy Flick. Yeah, Schnell's not like... I'm surprised he's still in the UFC, to be honest. He was never really like anything too much, man, you know? So, I mean, and who is he fighting? Fighting Joseph Morales. 13-2. Scroll up here. Joseph Morales, 31 years old, 5'6", 69-inch reach. Joseph, okay. Joseph also, oh, okay, I was looking at Schnell's profile. I'm flipping between them for those listening in audio only. Yeah, I'm flipping between the pages. Yeah, I mean, submissions, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Who's been... Yeah, he's on an upward trajectory, is Joseph Morales. So, it's hard to not think he's gonna win. Maybe not like by KO. I think he might just win by a decision. Because Schnell, you know, he doesn't get submitted quite as often. And this guy doesn't do many KOs out here. So I feel like that's kind of neutralizing aspect of his game, which is like submissions. And Schnell's just gonna lose via decision more than likely. It's gonna be more of a Schnell loss than a Joseph Morales win. You know, it's gonna be real demoralizing for Schnell and his team. But decision for Joseph. Let's check out the tail of the tape. Joseph is a moderate favorite, and 90% of all the Tapology has Joseph winning. As we move up the card to the main event of the evening. That's crazy that Schnell and Joseph Morales are the co-main. Wow. Anyway, Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Rude Boy Brown. Let's check him out. Don't forget to hydrate your mouth as well. Gabriel Bonfim is 18-1. 28 years old. 6'1", 72.5-inch reach. He lost via KO to Nicholas Dalby. Yeah. Nicholas Dalby's sneaky. He's a sneaky guy. Because, like, he's so unsuspecting. He doesn't look like a sneaky guy. But he'll get them clenched knees and ground punches on your ass, that's for sure. Yeah. But Gabriel Bonfim lost to he had a split decision to Stephen Thompson. And Steven's still the man these days. He's one of the older welterweights that I think still has it. But I did pick the older welterweight tonight as well. So, you know, not always about the age. Was it a welterweight I chose earlier? I don't know. I don't remember. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's see. Randy boy. Rude boy. Let's see here. Gabriel Bonfim doesn't get KOs, huh? But he gets KO'd once by Nicholas. Gabriel's a submission guy. And I don't think Randy's all of his losses are split 3 ways. KO, 2. Submission, 2. Decision, 2. I mean, he knows how to lose. You know? There's something to be said about that. But this guy, he only lost once by knockout. You might get knocked out again. That might be the way you start to lose, man. You know? I feel like that might be a thing. I feel like Randy might... This guy? No. Because Randy, I don't know who the favorite is. He's from Jamaica, man. I Rasta. Hot boxing. Yeah. Blaze one up. Versus the guy from Brazil. You should embarrass yourself at least once every day, I say. Even I don't get embarrassed, but you know, like if I were anyone else, they would probably feel embarrassed by doing the stuff I do. But at the same time, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Shut up. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like Brian Battle, he lost to via split. Where did Brian Battle go to? He got kicked out, right? It's funny. That was his last fight. But yeah, let's see. Randy Rude Boy Brown. I mean, 78-inch reach. Yeah, he's 35. He's 7 years older than Gabriel. 6'3". I mean, he seems ready, man. Gabriel is untested. Randy Rude Boy Brown, like, if you look at his record, yeah, he got choked out by the champ. Look at the current champ there. Jack Della Maddalena. Man, I should be like an announcer or something. It's so easy. But anyway. Yeah, Vicente Luque, he lost to though. But that was years ago. That was like when this Vicente wasn't quite on his way out yet. So you can't look that far back. You gotta kind of stick around the top. I mean, he beat Muslim Salikhov by straight right. I don't know. It's either Rude Boy via like a KO or Gabriel via just like dancing around. No, because like I feel like if anybody's gonna dance around, it's Rude Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bonfims both losing tonight. I think that's just right. As we choose Randy Rude Boy Brown via KO in round 1. He's just go out there and blast him. I mean, let's see. When do you get your KOs, bro? Round 2, round 1, round 1. Oh, that's rear naked choke. I mean, like, he doesn't really get KOs too much in the UFC. Most of those other ones are from like ring combat where he's getting his KOs, dog. Oh man, I hyped myself up too much, Randy Rude Boy Brown. Hyped myself up too much. 8. I mean, maybe decision. You know, he's gonna just dance around. Maybe get a decision. Maybe knock him out. I still don't think that's not an improbability, but you know, it's not. I don't know, man. He's a slight underdog, but 61% of Tapology pickers have Randy Rude Boy Brown, as I do. As we save our picks here on Tapology, we just tapped into Tapology, and we also just look at this site. We also got the events up here. Boom. Wow. The next events we're gonna be on the channel, same very channel here. I'm stuttering because my mouth is so dry, and it's 2:30 a.m. For now, this has been Coin. You have been you. This has been the card. UFC Fight Night. Bonfim versus Randy Brown. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to hit up the like button, subscribe, and check out my VPN. Good night. Good night.